Hi, you're welcome, guys and girls. This is Toby Kalijai. Such an honor to have you right here on my channel. If you're yet to subscribe, make sure you do so right now. Do pause this video or go ahead and make it sure you subscribe because from time to time, I keep giving out great content that you definitely love as a trader or an intending trader. All right, today I quickly want to make a very quick explanation to show my expectation for Bitcoin in the next couple of days. All right. It's no news that there's going to be what we call halving in the Bitcoin space. This is set to happen in a couple of days from today. I think precisely on the 11th or 12th of May 2020. Now, what's going to be very important to you is how you can maximize or make the most of what is about to happen. All right. Based on the occurrence, if you have not watched my video on support and resistance, you might need to do likewise trend line. Just go up in this channel, you're going to find them. All right. So that's the knowledge with which I'm marking out the zones I'm presently trying to mark out, and then to show what I'm expecting. Okay. So I'm expecting that because on the weekly time frame, you can see the structure. We're presently in a downtrend based on the weekly structure, right? We're having lower highs, right? We keep having lower highs for quite a long time now. This is the weekly time frame. The higher the time frame, the more important the information you are getting from the chart is at that point in time. All right, so you could also go down to the daily time frame. I've marked out some weekly support and resistance. I want to see what it looks like on the weekly time frame, so we can have a more precise on the daily time frame now, so we can have a more precise information. Right? Okay, good. And you can see how the zones I marked out, how relevant they still become on the daily time frame. Now, that said, I'm so in love with marking out demand and supply zones. This actually helps in helping to set your expectations. I want to make this video very, very short. So just try as much as possible to follow my explanations. All right, so this is a demand zone. Which other zones can we readily see? This also makes a good zone. All right, and then if we go to the left, this is what we have. This is also a good zone. All right, so again, this makes a great zone. Let's just do this. So if we go to the left, you see how relevant it is, All right, but this is daily time frame. I'm going to go on H4, and then I might likely just stay on H4. This is cryptocurrency. Don't forget, Bitcoin very, very volatile. But I'm just going to work with this information I keep having. These are lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Yeah, lower highs rather, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, all the way, and then we have some highs here, yeah, no doubt, but it still didn't break the weekly structure. So I'm gonna do this. All right. So expecting that. Now, two things we could expect from this particular market. If you check out my video on market structures, you will be able to. So I want to believe or guess that this particular pair, this particular currency rather, which is Bitcoin, is at the point whereby it's failing to create a higher high. right? It's failing to create a higher high. So I want to take this for it that there will be just basically expectation. Number one is that price could break out of this zone, right? And then we have a retest of the zone, and then price keeps pushing. However, the potentials of this happening um, is quite lower. Let me say it has about maybe 30% chances of this happening. Why? Because based on what we saw at the higher time frames, right? Based on what we saw at the higher time frames, and then the fact that after the halving, don't forget that we are still in a global pandemic and a lot of unrest everywhere, and then people don't really know. So I want to believe that this push, see how the global pandemic pushed down price in the first place, took Bitcoin to its lowest point in several years. We got to around 3,000 thereabout, 3,900 thereabout 4,000. This was the lowest of Bitcoin in a very, very, very long space of time, right? This was the effect of the pandemic. All right. Now, there's no cure yet for the pandemic, and the unrest is still happening everywhere in the world. The only thing we could expect again is that after the halving, because the whole idea of the halving is that it limits the supply of Bitcoin, right? It reduces the supply of Bitcoin, and then since the value of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin work majorly because of demand and supply. So when there's an increase in demand based on reduction in supply, you are going to have an upshoot in price. So when that is over, definitely I'm expecting a lot of corrections. We would have situations like this where price, comes back to test this zone, right? And then we have a push down. We have a push down to this zone first, and then if price fails to hold at this zone, we'll have a further push down, right, down to this zone. Now, for those who are intending to buy Bitcoin and hold for a long time, right, you intend to buy and then hold for a long time, I could suggest to you that you make your entries for a buy maybe around this zone. If you go back to check 6,000, the 6,000, 7,000 zone in the history of Bitcoin, it actually holds a very great support. So if you go check out the 6,000 range, you will see this particular horizontal line. See how it makes a lot of sense, even as you keep going further down into the history of Bitcoin. Still that's the last horizontal line. It goes a long way into several years to say a lot about the history of Bitcoin. Rather, if you are shorting, that's for those who are margin trading. Don't forget your expectation for a buy should only switch up when you see the creation of higher highs in the market. That is when you see a change in the structure of the market. All right, so this would be it. It's just my own expectation. I'm expecting that the news should be able to, it may not happen in a day, no doubt, but I'm expecting that the news after the halving, the occurrences should bring down price back to the 4,000 thereabout range, but at least we should have a downward movement, a downward push in price. That's my ultimate expectation. This has about 70% chances of happening, while this has about 30% chances of happening. So that's going to be it. If you have questions, you could put them in the comment section. I'll be willing to provide answers to you. All right, see you on the other side. If you found this very valuable, do subscribe to my channel and also do watch other videos right here. This is Toby Kalijai. Thank you.